What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. In today's video we got a 2007 Chevy Cabolt, lean conditions. Customer wants to replace the oxygen sensor, and pretty usually when you have clean conditions there's a MAF sensor which controls the air, and then an oxygen sensor there which can determine so both of these sensors can be. So I did order both. I'm gonna do two videos, but if you got a p0171 code, most likely it's gonna be either, usually I would start from this sensor. It's easier and simple to do, but customer wanted their way, so we gotta replace the oxygen sensor, which is all there down there. We got a connector over here. You got like a blue tab here, just like that one over there. So you're gonna pull on that, and then you're gonna, it's probably locked into some type of a hole there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna disconnect this sensor and I'm gonna pull out the connector. Once I get the connector out, I should be able to continue my job to replace the sensor. We'll go get the proper tools, and there you go, we got the connector out. The other part of the sensors is like clipped in, so usually since we're replacing this, I just yank on it really hard and see if it comes out. There you go, see that? It comes right off, and all you need to do is turn that. So you need to check the value also of air to fuel mixture here. Usually it's got to be between the range 10, but close to 0 is better. But I got videos on that. Just check those videos out. So you hook up your scan tool and you check the values, and short-term and long-term trim should be within the values. Close to 0 is better. Sometimes it goes past 10. That's when it gets really bad. But anyways, that's what we got, and we're gonna go get tools and replace that sensor. So one thing, I don't know if I mentioned, I took off that big cover there that was on top of this engine here. You gotta take off the oil cap. But anyways, we got this 7x8 22 millimeter socket here, special tool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this on, and then I'm gonna yank the wrench, and hopefully we get it off. So I'm gonna have to put my tool away. Let me get this on, and then we'll continue, because I need both of my hands here. So we got the tool on, and hopefully I get a good turn here. Freaking space is a disaster. Sometimes you gotta heat these sensors up, but I'm gonna, you know what, let me loosen this up, and this is how it's gonna be. This is the only way. Okay, so I'm gonna get this off. Once it's loose, we'll take it off together. So I got the freaking sensor loose, and my light is all over, and what we're gonna do is turn 99% of the time lean condition is this MAF sensor. Try to get a good sensor. So this is the oxygen sensor we just took off. So it is air to fuel ratio sensors that will cause this kind of issue. So we did get a new sensor, GM original part here. There you go. So try to put good quality stuff in your vehicle. Let's see what we got in the box. There you go. This thing has nothing. It already got some of that stuff for thread lock. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down there and we're gonna turn, and then we'll put the connector in and lock up everything, and it shouldn't be that difficult. There's no cleaning, no nothing. After that, we'll move on to changing the MAF sensor. Okay, your thread, your wiring, just try to keep it as short as possible. And there you have it. Okay, so this is that. So all I need to do is put my tool on it and yank on it, and that should lock up everything, and our oxygen sensor is on there. It's pretty easy access. So what I want to do is I'm going to get my tool on and just snug it a bit. So what I'll do is I got me a 22 millimeter wrench here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just lock it up with this little guy, so I don't have to be going through a lot of hassle. A couple of turns, and I already can feel it's getting stiff. And after that, we're all done to go. Here you go. One more, and that should grip this baby really nice. Okay, let me go back here one more time, and there you go. Now I'll get it from my hand. This will be my final touch here. There you go. You could torque it if you like, but it's all up to you. And what we're gonna do now is make sure you connect the sensor and make sure you clip it back on. And it only goes one way. And clip it back onto the firewall back here, or to the engine block. See, that clicks in, and then this little guy goes in right through here, so it prevents it from coming out. And all I need to do is find the hole, and I'm done with this job pretty much. And where is this little guy? Right over here. And we're done. That's it. Okay, we have successfully changed the sensor, oxygen sensor, and now we're gonna move on to this sensor right here, and that should take care of everything. Okay, so we got the second sensor now. So we're fixing the lean condition on this. So usually oxygen sensor down there, like I showed you guys. I'm gonna be splitting these videos as well. So we got a MAF sensor here. Pretty easy job right here. So this little clip right here, somebody already messed with it. They moved this, so you gotta move that back and squeeze this. So pretty much this gray connector you gotta push back, get yourself a flathead screwdriver, and then you squeeze this little guy right here, and this connector, just wiggle it off. And then it's very simple. You got 2 screws here, Phillips head screws. So get yourself a Phillips head screwdriver here, just like that. And don't let the bolts drop like it's ready to come out, and then I could just turn it by hand. And what I want to do is put this somewhere safe so I don't lose it. Like right there's fine. And then I'm gonna get the second one out. So a lot of times you could clean these sensors. I got videos on how to clean these MAF sensors. So get yourself a MAF sensor cleaner spray and try that. That'd be your step 1. If the light comes back after that, you still gotta reset it. So remember how this MAF sensor is, okay? You see this little port here? So make sure you get it the same way. You might not be able to put it the wrong way. You don't have to clean, no nothing. Make sure your old seal came out. There's a seal here. See that little guy? So make sure that came out with it. So we're gonna take this little guy. Let me get this out of the package and we'll continue. Okay, so there we have it. Comes with its own seal. Again, this little guy, make sure you put it the same way. So there is like a temperature sensor here as well. So a lot of times you will get a code for intake temperature sensor. It's the same sensor. So I had those faulty a few times on a couple of cars. So these sensors, sometimes I had one car that even replaced this sensor and the car never started up, but it was an aftermarket sensor. So like I always say, put in a good part. Sometimes your car won't even start because the new sensor is a defect. So this car started very late because this controls gas, okay? If this thing gives a signal, okay, there's nothing there, there's no air there, why would I want it to shoot in the gas, okay? So there we have it. Nice and simple job here. And we're all done. Bada bing, bada boom. You take this little clip, it should click on, okay? If it doesn't click on, then you have issues, because like this guy I don't want to come out either now. So sometimes that rubber seal in there will cause trouble. Okay, we do have issues here. So that rubber seal is causing issues here. Okay, so what I like to do is put a little bit WD-40 on that, and what I'll do is I'll take my, if I got any laying around, I take some of this WD-40. Let me spray on my table here like an idiot. And what I'll do is, so putting it on the neck of this is the same thing as putting it on the, don't get on the contacts there, because this side, the seal is like going right through it. It's gonna touch the inside, I'm sorry. So don't put too much, just a little tiny bit amount, and the seal should slick through it. But I'm not getting a good contact here. Something's wrong here, maybe my connector. Okay, I will get this in, so make sure you get that in, okay? So I'm gonna have to put the camera away, get that in, and after that, reset the light. You gotta put a scan tool on, okay? And get yourself a small little scan tool and do that. So that connector's not all the way. Having issues here. It's the same exact sensor though. Okay, so it works. It's definitely that seal's giving us freaking hard time. So we'll figure that part out. Anyways, thank you for watching my video on how to replace this sensor. Again, there's a part number here for this baby. And there you go, original GM stuff. Thank you for watching my video.